Hello and welcome to this video tutorial, which provides an overview of the Blackbox Trade Controller configuration and how it can be customized according to user preference. Please note that this tutorial should be viewed after watching both the MT4 installation guide and the Blackbox Trade Controller installation guide. The Trade Controller application is currently in the initialized state. From the Tools menu, let's first select the Configure option. The Trade Categories panel has been populated with the custom Blackbox Trade Categories via the Software Release and Update tool during the MT4 configuration process. The trade categories can be modified as required via the Add and Remove buttons, the details of which are covered in a separate tutorial. The live event count represents the number of events shown in the live event grid in the Trade console. The default is set to 100, but this is user configurable. The previous day's trades represents the number of previous days that will be shown in the completed trades list in the main grid of the Trade console. The Reset and Update buttons in the System Info panel can be used to reset the Trade Controller environment if required and when instructed to by Blackbox. The EA Alerts Settings panel enables the configuration of the Expert Advisor or EA timeouts and how they will be handled. The default configuration is such that alerts will be sent via MT notifications after a 30-second timeout, and they will be resent every 10 minutes. Again, these settings are user configurable. The Backup tab displays information relating to the backup and archiving of the Trade Controller environment, details of which are covered in a separate tutorial. Next, let's select the Trade History Viewer. The Trade History Viewer provides a simple interface which enables the user to quickly and efficiently review the results of their trading. The Trade History Viewer is in its initialized state. There are no monthly trade history log files since as yet no trades have been taken. Similarly, the three drop-down search fields in the Grid Navigation panel are unpopulated for the same reason. The MT Installs and MT Accounts panels list all registered MT installs and accounts. There are currently 6 MT installs and 4 MT accounts being displayed, all of which were registered during the Blackbox Trade Controller installation guide tutorial. Now let's select the EA Status Viewer. The EA Status Viewer displays all MT installs and EAs that are currently running and the status of each. There are currently 3 MT installs being displayed, which were registered during the Blackbox Trade Controller installation guide tutorial, and a total of 5 EAs are running. Next, let's select the Event History Viewer. The Event History Viewer provides a simple interface which enables the user to quickly and efficiently review every event generated by the Trade Controller environment. The Event History Viewer can be used as an investigative tool should any problems be encountered relating to the MT platform, such as trade server errors, or for comparing the behavior and performance between different brokers. It effectively provides a complete audit trail of all logged events. This is different to the Trade Event History tool, which enables the review of all events relating to a specific trade and provides a full record of the trade history. The Event History Viewer is also in its initialized state. There are no events to display since as yet no trades have been taken. The About option from the Help menu displays the Trade Controller license information. When the license button is selected, the registration and licensing window is displayed. The Update License button is used to update the current licensing information. When selected, checks are made, and if an update is available, it will be downloaded and a message will be displayed to inform the user that the license information has been successfully updated. Otherwise, a message will be displayed informing the user that no license updates are available. The Unregister Install button can be used to unregister the Trade Controller installation, but should only be used when instructed to by Blackbox. This option has been provided for one-off situations where the licensing needs to be reset. Now let's enter a trade with each of the three brokers and watch the Trade Controller transition from the initialized state to being populated with trade-related information. For the purposes of this demonstration, trades will be taken using the Blackbox Trade tool, details of which are covered in a separate tutorial. Once entered, the live trades are displayed in the Trade Console grid beneath the associated MT installs, with both the profit and R-value fields being updated in real time, along with a number of other trade specifics. The corresponding percentage size and amount risk for each trade is displayed in the deposit currency. This reflects the trade bank settings assigned to each MT install. The live event grid also displays a record of the trade entries. On completion, the trade results are updated in the Trade Console and are automatically marked on the chart in terms of the R value achieved. There will be a tick alongside if the trade was a winner, or a cross if it was a loser. Notice how the live event grid has also been updated. The trade complete alert count has been set to 3, and the completed trades are now shown in the list for the current day. Full details of the Trade Console and live event grid are covered in separate tutorials. Now that several trades have been taken, let's take another look at both the Trade History Viewer and the Event History Viewer. Firstly, let's select the Trade History Viewer from the Tools menu. All of the trade filter options are already selected, so click the Load button to load the corresponding historic trade results into the Trade History Viewer grid for review. The results of the 3 trades just taken have been loaded, therefore the trade count is 3. Now let's select the Event History Viewer. The event log for March 2017 is already selected, so click the Load button to load the corresponding data into the Event History Viewer grid for review. The events for each MT install are displayed sequentially, with the most recent at the top. Full details of the Trade History Viewer and Event History Viewer are covered in separate tutorials. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.